27. Senator, welcome to the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Senator Greg Hertz, Senate District 6 out of Polson, which represents Lake County. I'm glad to be back here. And Senate Bill 127 has to do with Public Law 280 assumption by the state of Montana, which I believe many of us who've been here for several sessions are aware of. But I want to walk you through current law a little bit. On page 1, look at line 15. It says the state of Montana hereby obligates and binds itself to assume, as provided in this section, criminal jurisdiction over Indians in Indian Territory on the Flathead Indian Reservation with the consent of the United States. That's what Public Law 280 was about, assuming criminal jurisdiction by state governments that with the consent of the federal government and the tribes. And then it goes on to say on line 20, the state shall reimburse Lake County for assuming criminal jurisdiction under this section annually. That's current law. Well, we got that in last session, and what did the state do? They appropriated $1. So I guess if that's what they want to do, then I'm back here now and basically saying, okay, I see you really don't want to negotiate in good faith here. So putting in some language in here on line 21 that says the legislature shall appropriate funds to the Department of Justice in an amount that's mutually agreed upon by the state and Lake County. And then on the back, on page 2, it goes on to say if the legislature does not appropriate the amount as set forth in this agreement, the state shall assume complete criminal jurisdiction in regards to the Flathead Indian Reservation. So why negotiate? Look at the fiscal note. So if the state were to have to reimburse Lake County completely, it's about $5 million a year. That's why it's important to have this negotiation in there. The county's willing to sit down with the state and to see how they can come to an agreement that's beneficial to not only Lake County, the state of Montana, CSKT, and the rest of the individuals who visit Lake County. Also, if you look at the fiscal note on the very last page, paragraph on the technical notes, number 2. Basically what it states in there is if the state and Lake County cannot come to an agreement, the cost of the state assuming complete criminal jurisdiction cannot be estimated at this time. However, what will that include? It's going to include the state providing law enforcement officers, a detention center, prosecutional services, local court facilities, and much, much more.